Hi and welcome to another video. In a previous video we looked at using responses from a device, and what we used here was a simple switch. This is a Shelly switch, it can be any switch, and this is an MQTT switch, and if I click on to turn it on, it turns on, and if I click off, it turns off. Nothing big about that. But what we've got is actually a response coming back from the device, from the Shelly switch, and activating this switch here. If I try the one here, this is the HTTP switch, it doesn't work, and the reason it doesn't work is because there isn't actually a physical switch on my network. This one does work, it's an MQTT switch, because I'm actually using a simulator, and there's my simulator here. If I just disable it and I try the MQTT again, you can see that doesn't work either. Now, the reason I showed you this because these are manually activated switches, so it's pretty obvious to know whether the command has been accepted by the device or hasn't been accepted by the device. So if this switch was actually turning on a water pump or turning on a heater or something, it's pretty obvious to know that the actual water pump or the heater has been turned on or it's been turned off, because you get the reaction on the switch. Now, what we're going to look at in this video is actually doing it automatically. So what happens if you've got a timer or you've got a sensor, and that sensor automatically turns the switch on and turns the switch off? Well, turns the heater on, turns the heater off, or whatever it is, a water pump on or off. Now, so if you're doing that automatically, what happens if the device doesn't actually accept that command? Maybe it's off the network, you can't connect to it. How do you know whether that actual command's been accepted by the device, and what happens if it hasn't been accepted by the device? So that's what we're going to look at in this video. Okay, so this is a flow here. Basically the publish and the receive are more or less identical to the ones you saw in the previous video in the Shelly switch, because they're just publishing a Shelly command and they're receiving a Shelly command. Now the question is really, you try and turn the pump on. What happens if it doesn't turn on? Well, the most obvious thing to do is to try again. And then if it doesn't work, well, then maybe try again. So you have to really decide how often or how many times you're going to actually try to turn the thing on before you give up. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and turn the pump on or the heater on, whatever it is. If it doesn't work, we're going to try and turn it on again. And if it doesn't work, we're going to try again. And we're going to actually do, I think it's 5 tries. And after 5 tries, we need to stop. And then we should raise an alarm, and we'll do that in the next video. We'll send an email, we send some kind of alert, we'll notify someone that it hasn't happened. So this is very important when you do have automations doing things. You really need to know that those commands have been executed and it's all working properly. And if it's not working properly, then you actually need a way of being notified or raising an alarm that it isn't working properly. Okay, let's go through the flow. We're going to trigger it with an inject node. Now, in real life this would be a timer, or it could be a sensor sending a signal to turn the device on or off. Then it goes into the publish node, same as before, just creates the Shelly command. Then it goes into this trigger node. Now this is the difference. Now we go into the trigger node and we're going to send the existing object. We're going to wait for 2 seconds, and then we're going to send the original object again. So if after 2 seconds we haven't actually reset this device, we're going to send the command again. And you can see down here a message.reset to reset it. So the idea is, if we actually receive the command, then we inject a reset into the trigger. And so if we look on the receive, we just set the reset to 1. So quite straightforward. So let's just show you it working. And there you go. There we send the command out, we get one coming back, and you can see we've set the reset. Now here in this function node here, what we've got in here is a counter. Now you decide how often you're going to try this. So we're going to count to 5, and if we haven't got anything at 5, we're actually going to send the reset from this function node here. Now I'm returning the message twice here, well, not actually twice, but return it there, and I also return it there. The reason being is for the debug node. I want to see the output in the debug node. We don't really need that that one here. Okay, so let's disable now our simulator. So what we should expect to see now, we should expect to see the command being sent repeatedly until it sends a reset. Okay, so let's trigger the command, and if I inject, we get the command sent out, and we get it sent, and it continues until we send a reset, which you can see down here. No, it effectively sends 6. We just need to adjust the counter to 4, so it only sends 5, but that is a bit by the by. What I did find out is I was originally using context variables, and I've changed it to flow, and the reason being is so I can actually reset it at the beginning. And so if I go into the publish, and I've just added a reset in here, so when we started it actually resets the count back to 0. Okay, just finish off by enabling it, and we'll have another successful run. And you can see here twice through it and very quickly. Okay, that's it for this video. That's how to use responses from devices, from responses to commands from devices to trigger an action in the flow. And as I say, very important when you're doing things automatically, you need to know that they've actually been done, and if they haven't been done, then you need to take action about it. Now in the next video we'll cover notifications. So after we've tried it 5 times or whatever many times we're going to try it, if it still doesn't work, then we have to raise an alarm, and we'll do that in another video. Okay, until next time, goodbye.